radio or driving to the punk rock show. Well, I don't wanna hear your podcast. No, I don't wanna hear your podcast. I got nothing to do today, and you got so many things to say. Still, I don't wanna hear your podcast. No, I don't wanna hear your podcast. You're just another voice in the crowd, and you don't dare to say what's not allowed. You bought a new pop filter and a fancy microphone, so go enjoy yourself and leave me alone. Don't wanna hear your podcast. I got nothing to do today, and you got so many things to say. Still, I don't wanna hear your podcast. No, I don't wanna hear your podcast. You're just another voice in the crowd, and you don't dare to say what's not allowed. You bought a new pop filter and fancy microphone, so go enjoy yourself and leave me alone. Go enjoy yourself and leave me alone.
Yes, I'm Mary.
And I'm Dave.
This is Dave.
And all six of us are going to hang out.
Yep.
It's going to be real quaint.
If you're on Facebook, head to Twitch. Really, it's so fast. The latency is fantastic. But if you don't want to, that's okay. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I just drank some Truly, so I'm a little belchy here.
Burping.
I need, though, I'm sorry, Dave, I need the mouse so I can scroll up to see the comments. I know you're in the middle of something, so. There was a battle for first, who was here first today, so I don't know. I have to go back up and look at all the comments.
Go ahead.
Hey, thanks. All right.
Alexander, you won last week. I got to hit you up and get your address.
Okay, so it was Mike B and Kane Toomey both coming in first, right? Yeah. And then Aaron,
everybody's first.
Yeah, everybody's first. Y'all get to be first. So do you want to push the Mike button, the Aaron button? We got Carl's here. Hello, Carl. Mike! Martini's here. Hi. How's the rake song going? Aaron. And then Carl.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Hi, MC. Hello. How are you?
I know you've done something.
Is it hot at work right now? Like, I'm sure.
Gross out. I hate this.
Dave is not excited. He is not excited. Oh, hello. How are you? Oh my gosh.
Whatever, Slytherin, sir.
Oh, thank you,
Good to see you,
Aaron.
gentlemen.
Thank you, Melissa. Hello. Thanks for being here to hang out with us. Jamie Piles here also. Hey, Jamie. Nice to see you.
Jamie!
Oh my gosh. Gear, what? What? Oh my. Missed us last week. We missed you guys too. I hope everything is well for you guys. Yes, Alexander, you won the prize last week, so we'll get your info and then Amazon can ship that to you.
Yeah,
Yep.
I finally got my return, so I can catch up on all the.
We
all
do
the
it in
prizes
batches.
I-
We do
yeah.
it in batches. Like,
It's
well,
mostly
Dave does it in
laziness. I have to
batches.
get down here and.
He does it like 6
just
at a
nonstop
time.
for me.
So, Monsieur, hello. How is the
Monsieur.
family? Monsieur, how is the family? Christina, hi. Hello, hello. Okay, so, Don Mar, hi. Nice to see you. Nice to see everybody. Oh, you're over on Twitch now, Jamie. Yep, yeah, you do have to watch a commercial, but it's so fast. Like, latency is so fast.
If you come in right at the beginning of the stream, you don't miss anything.
Okay, so Dottie's here. Hi, Dottie. Certainly not first. That's okay. That is all right. Raja's here also. Raja's going to be on Derek's show tomorrow night, Saturday, Talking Trashed.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, he's going to go over and chat with Derek.
Talking Trashed.
It'll be, I'm assuming, on Twitch.
Yeah, that's
again.
what he's been doing.
So,
Twitch. He likes Twitch.
come hang out because it's going to be fun. Okay. Yep. Thank you. Captain No Ship is here. All right.
Yeah, this is a safe place.
The family is doing well. They're doing well. David is off at a sleepover with a bunch of kids that he got to know through homeschooling this year.
Other flower, I'll wear that one.
And,
It'll probably clip in.
Yeah, he's like camping basically. So he's really excited, and they're gonna have Nerf gun wars and all that stuff. So there's nothing there, babe. You got to clip it to this, or clip it to some hair here. Clip it to. Oh my gosh! Now you can't move. Someone take a screenshot.
Okay.
Who wore it better? I'm joking. Obviously, it was me. No, I'm kidding. So. Martini, go to Twitch, man. Twitch. I'm telling you what. It is, it's the place to be.
Yeah,
Dang, back to work already. Oh, back to work already. When you have a baby and then you both take the time, you both have the time off together. It's hard. It's hard to go back. It is. Yeah. 10 out of 10. All right. Now we're really twins, right? No, homeschoolers cannot be social. It is apparently, according to all the people that don't homeschool.
That's the kind of the point, too. Society sucks. I'm trying to avoid that.
Yeah. Like, how did you make friends? You homeschool. Like, I mean, maybe back in the 80s it was hard because there was no internet available to normal people. And you had to go find, like, these little communities and stuff, that were also a very small number of people. But, yeah, we are so blessed to be doing it in this,
take like 2 months off on the
this age. Yep.
I do that.
You do what now?
When you have kids, while she's pregnant, I save up a bunch of money and then I use like as much FMLA as I can, and I bond with the children.
Yep. Yeah. No. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. Plus, it helps, like for the mom, and all of a sudden you're taking care of this little human, that's outside of your body now that you have to care for, and hormonal changes and all that kind of stuff, and it's really, really nice to have dad, be a part of it
Sleep
too.
in shifts.
Yep. And just help out. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you, Raja.
I never
Thank
posted
you.
this.
Oh no, Chrissy's chat isn't working. Which is she on? Is she on
Twitch.
Facebook or
It's
Twitch?
weird.
Ah.
Sometimes
Okay,
Twitch
so
gets weird.
my Twitch was acting weird 2 days ago. Hit the video button. Sometimes you have to like hit the actual video, and it'll make the chat pop up the rest of the way.
You're gassy.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm burpy today. Well, I'm burpy because of these. Yeah.
Hey, good soup. What's up, Brian?
What's up, good soup? So try doing that, because every time I was like, why isn't anybody talking in Twitch? And then I'd hit the video and I was like, so I don't know. Yeah. Oh, stupid Facebook. Okay. Yes. Facebook's dumb. Okay. Oh, I can see Mike's comments. Okay, I hope you can see other people's comments too.
Oh, you're on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook's just garbage.
Facebook is garbage. Yeah.
Nice.
Try going to Twitch. As I'm like, I just had a problem the other day, but.
Look like a fucking gangster.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Like in the front.
Right there.
The gangster.
Is that gangster? Or are you gonna put it over here? You need an ascot.
I do.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Every birthday, I'm like, nobody got me an ascot again.
Okay, so Martini with Float, we haven't been able to stream over there because the chat isn't working.
We are streaming there.
We are streaming there, but
there's no way for people
chat.
to find it. The chat doesn't work, so I got rid of it.
So when they fix it, we'll go back, but it's just right now because we're so like we interact with you guys, and if I can't see a chat, then I can't interact. So, let's see. Oh, your baby's 6 weeks old. How does that happen? It happens so fast. Yes. I believe you, Aaron. I super believe you.
Text.
Let's see.
And the emotes on Twitch still they
so
bounce around
cute.
in this screen if you use emotes.
Oh yeah,
I
do
still
the
have
emotes.
that.
Boop, 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 boop.
Friday, I don't want the whole thing. It's vodka. So I did something today. I'm pretty broken up about it.
Oh yeah.
I killed an animal. I don't like it. We were driving to take David to his little sleepover. All the kids in the car, of course. Yeah, see the little bounce around there. And,
nice.
and I'm driving along. Hey,
thanks. Plus
TV
canal.
Plus
TV
plus TV
anal.
canal. I always say C anal.
My brain went.
But this little fucking woodchuck comes crawling out of the grass.
Yep.
And I'm like, right before that, I'm looking at the side, and I'm like, I'm going to keep my eyes out, see if I see anything here in this farmland. You might see something cool. And I'm going, and suddenly this little sucker comes flying out on the street, stops, and I hit the brakes, and I'm like, and I swerve, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to roll the van and kill my kids. So I swerve into the other lane, and that little bastard goes right in front of me.
Yeah, but you didn't really swerve into the other lane. Like, you did, but you came to, like, you pushed on the brakes real hard, and everyone was like, ooh, and I yelled out, fuck. And then I saw him, and you did a little one of these. Like, it's not like you were in the other lane. Yeah. There were no other cars, you know what I mean? But just as you were like, okay, he's going to stop, and you went over a little bit.
And then he took off.
And then he would have been fine if he had just stayed still. You would have went around him. You know, but he was like, "Oh, what do I do?" And then you felt the,
bump. So it was a double bump, clean kill, no suffering. He was dead right away.
Yeah.
Jane didn't notice at the time.
Is now that she knows what happened.
I think David saw it, and he's like, "Sorry, Dad."
Yeah.
He's like, "We're not trying to make a big deal out of it because we don't think the littles know about it yet."
Oh shit! In front of your Harley. Oh my gosh! See, that would scare me even more than driving. Oh my gosh!
Into the front fender of the Harley. Oh man.
What do you do? You're on a motorcycle, you know? Holy crap. Wait, you mean moist? Wait. I don't know. Hey, Craig. You are indeed first.
Yeah, we were waiting.
In your own mind. No.
Like we're
Yeah. And, I yell out. I don't mean to yell out fuck, like that. It happened. At least it may be my hand hitting the side of the door.
2 weeks and we roll the the IRL meeting get me arrested dice.
Oh my gosh.
2 weeks?
Oh my gosh.
2 weeks, right?
Well, it's
I need to start
3
lifting.
weeks,
I need to get my pump on for the big
what's up?
event.
Harambe's here. Derek's here. We got to do some hellos. Craig, we got the Craig. Hello, Craig.
I got that.
How's things, Craig? How's Dixie? How's the hikes and all that? Oh, pardon me. But you got to do Gary.
Gary, what are you doing here? You're causing
You know who the originals are because they actually have a picture for their button.
Right.
I need to.
Wow, these Trulies are like. Actually, it's just one big Truly.
Nice one.
Ooh, thanks.
One of the new batteries.
New black battery. Let's see. Oh yes, Anarcho. Yes, for everyone who doesn't know, I decided to change to my actual name. So everybody who has talked to Anarcho Zero in the chat before, Brian J. There you go. You're opening a cafe? What? Craig? I am Jelly. Tell me more.
No shit.
What?
Oh man, that's like one of our dreams.
That's so fun.
Well,
yeah.
it was when we were in restaurant business. We're like,
well, I still would love to have this,
like a retirement thing.
Yeah.
Like where you don't really fucking care. You just wander around with a...
I want to have like disposable income that we can just like have the little restaurant, little diner type thing, and pay everybody really good so they don't feel the need to steal. And then, just pour coffee.
I don't know what that word is, Raja.
Talk to everybody. As you know me, I like to talk. I would just love to have conversations with people all day long, just pouring coffee. Yeah. Oh, I'll send you guys pictures. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
So I was showering with some dudes today.
Food truck too. Yes. You were showering with some dudes.
And this guy's he was a third shifter, and now he's on day shift, and he's like, "Oh, I stayed up till 9 o'clock last night," and I'm like, I'm lucky if I get to bed before midnight any given night.
Wow.
And both the other guys were like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a bad habit." And they're like, "Wow, you really get the most out of your day." I'm like, "Yeah, I get a power nap during the afternoon." But then the other guy's like, "You have anxiety or something? Is there a reason that you're up so late?" And I'm like, "No, we're just hanging out." Yeah. I don't want to tell them about the show or anything.
Right? Yeah. No. Just no. We don't need work folk coming in here and hanging out. Oh my gosh. Wait a second. What are we talking about? Oh, from dry air. Okay. Nosebleeds.
Oh, yeah.
How did we get onto the nosebleeds? Chris, when allergy season?
No, Derek doesn't have a button. Let me see if I go. Let me pick a react for Derek.
Okay. I'll smash a union. Derek, Gilmore Girls, anything Gilmore Girls can be Derek's button. He just said a Gilmore Girls style cafe. Okay. Nosebleeds. No, my kids aren't doing that.
I can't think of one.
He's here. Wait, Sean Hatchie's here?
Leave a like if you are depressed.
Hey, thanks for following, old man Jake.
Thank you so much.
Neat.
Martini is 10 hours
What
straight.
time do I get up?
10 straight hours in the tree this week. Also, Martini saved a cat the other day.
My alarm goes off at like 5:20 in the morning, and then my second alarm goes
Hi,
off
old man
at
Jake.
like 5:45, and then my third alarm goes off at like 5:50, and that's the one that sounds like a submarine diving. That means I just have to get up and grab everything and get in the car. Like there's no time to... It used to be 6 o'clock, but that I would wait till 6 o'clock. Yeah, so I moved everything up 10 minutes because that is like Daytona going to work in the morning.
Do I
set my alarm for 4:20?
Why do I not see?
I should, man. Get on the bike or something.
Everything's going so fast.
Well, we have too many people here. We're gonna have to ban a couple of you. Mary can't read all the comments.
No.
Oh, I get it. It's nice. Number. It's a nice number.
Nice number. Okay, so yeah, but Martini did save a cat. And because you are so, animals know your spirit. Martini, I was thinking about when we were down in Meadville and that dog came over out of nowhere and you were just like, hey, like chatting with it and like found out where it, who it belonged to and stuff. It was, yeah. So I'm not surprised that the cat stayed in the tree and allowed you to rescue, yeah.
Sean Hatchie.
How dare you?
Oh, okay. So we have 11 minutes. We have a guest tonight,
and he
guys.
said he might come on early.
Okay, so we have a guest tonight.
He said 10, but he said he might come in a little early, so I should probably get that started. So let's do the wheel. Let's talk about that kind of stuff.
Okay.
What is the wheel?
The wheel is where our LLN Patreon members get to win a prize.
Yeah.
And so everybody's going to win
just
something.
A little thing.
Just
a little thank you from us
say thanks.
to you for supporting us for all these years, you absolute mad lads. And this week we're going to give away this little multi-tooled pen. It's got like
that's
it's got like a
fun.
level and a laser pointer or something. I don't even know what's in it, but I should probably order them for me because I think it'd be fun. But that's what we're going to give away. So, I didn't even test the wheel. It's probably not.
Craig Leach, you're going to Reno. I mean,
Where's
or
the
you
wheel?
are in Reno or near, but you're probably going to meet Tony
the hell is
there.
that?
You'll probably meet Tony there. So,
all right.
Let's see.
You just keep talking while
I will. Yeah.
It's all messed up.
So what we do, for those who don't know, is that we put everybody who's a Patreon member onto a wheel, and then we spin it, and they get to win a prize.
We physically put them on a wheel.
Yeah, we
like
put
in
them
the old
on a
days,
wheel.
the good old days.
Yeah. Yep. Just
break them with the wheel.
Them right in there. And then.
Do you know what that is? I'll tell you later.
Okay. And then we take the names off, and I really want to see how long we've been doing this. with the
well, we're only down to 1, 2, 3, 5 people. I think.
And everybody's going to win a prize, and then all the names are going to go back on. Okay, so
to the wheel.
Yes, to the wheel.
Where's that
the
music?
Where's the music? Yes.
See, yeah, because there's. Let's see. If I sort it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 people left.
And it depends on at what level you do your Patreon membership. Your name gets on the wheel. Yeah, you get a couple entries more every time you go up a level. So. Yeah, Roger, we talked about you being on Derek's show tomorrow, so I don't know if you were here for that or not, but okay, so we're gonna spin this wheel, yeah, and then we're gonna go to the movie wheel, but we're gonna do this first. So
it's gonna be Elijah Boyd. I'm pretty confident saying it's Elijah Boyd.
Elijah Boyd. Okay, good job. Way to win.
So
I want everybody to win something.
Hopefully.
Yep.
Look at that. Look how, man.
Oh my gosh.
So now, does it have to be Seth last or Matt? I don't know. Matt's got 2 entries in there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see. And Dunmar there. Dunmar, you've been hanging on too. All you guys. You're going to win. Yay, winner. Lyle's here. You got to push his button.
I can't do it.
Okay, sorry.
All right, so we're going to... Wait, I have a button.
Oh, thanks,
I'm going to
Derek.
switch to the movie
I
wheel.
do. I want everybody to get a chance to win something, you know? I'm not into like the participation trophies for children, but you know, this is everybody gets a chance.
All right, just in time, I did it.
It'll be a third of the wheel next week.
So Sunday night, 9:30 Eastern, twitch.tv/LLN movie night. That's a different channel than you might be watching right now because that's our burner channel. If we get busted, we can let that go and it'll be LLN movie night 2 next week or something like that.
Oh yeah, can we drop that in the oh, it's right there actually. Right here under right there. Okay, sorry, I didn't even
That's why I was pointing here.
Pointing at the wheel.
Nah, dude.
Okay.
Nah, dude. I run a tight ship here.
We are going to spin the wheel and see what movie we're going to watch at 9:30 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, it's multiple.
Okay. Got to take it out.
I need you guys to
if there's anything that we've seen and that you see on there that Dave has forgotten to wait, Alex, thank you for the support. Where's Alex? What's up, Alex?
What?
Are you here? Oh, Alex, hi. How are you? Nice to see you.
All right. Cool.
Cool cat, right?
So this Sunday night we are watching. Oh, either are great. Fight Club.
Oh, I'm so pumped.
I am
pumped.
Club Sunday night,
oh
9:30 Eastern.
Yep.
At twitch.tv/LLN movie night. Don't tell anybody. Keep it
Yep.
Keep it on
Join
DL.
Liberty every day. That's right.
Remove.
Oh yeah, there is one on there that I think we did see, but I can't remember.
All right, let's go back to the bar.
Wait. Oh, yep. Can't talk about it.
We don't talk about Movie Club.
Man, I haven't seen that in a long time. Yeah. Woo, good movie. Good movie. So, okay, we're not allowed to talk about that. That's got to be part of the
You don't talk about Fight Club movie night.
when you promote it. You're so pumped too, Raja.
And then I'll just post it on every single social media platform we have.
Get a real straight up roulette wheel in our basement. That would be so fun. That would be so fun.
It's so much easier to use digital wheels and stuff like that, but that would be fun. Like Red Link have the.
Yeah, the wheel.
But to actually make all the.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, yeah.
That'd be like building this bar. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow too.
Fight
Real
Club
quick, I
is
want to
like
make sure
Bruno.
everybody knows Derek T TV here. You know, you can go check out.
Yeah, he watches movies Saturday night.
Saturday night. Now, Derek, is this the same channel you're going to be interviewing Raj on? Is this the same one? Your same Twitch channel? Just want to make sure.
I don't know if that. I'll look into that.
Wait, what? Dave, why don't?
I think is somebody cheering us?
I don't know.
I'm not on Twitch. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh. Aaron's cheering us.
What? Yeah, also be on there just in case things get auto-modded. You know.
I'm going to look into that right now because I definitely
Derek
want to be
TTV.
cheered.
It's like, okay.
What do I do with that? That is Streamlabs. I should start the Zoom meeting.
MC's messing with Raja. Making him feel.
Oh, that's cool.
No drink counter.
Wait,
I know.
No, I
Things
don't
are
want to
really
start
going
Discord.
down.
What the hell am I doing?
I don't know. Also, honestly, Captain No Ship, our drink counter is so low anymore because of keto.
Yeah.
That like it's
clear liquors.
unimpressive.
No, it should be low, but it's
It should
actually
be.
higher. But we're figuring out how much alcohol we're allowed to have in the house, because whatever alcohol we have in the house will get consumed.
Right.
So we almost have it down to a science where we get 1 pint of vodka and 2 tall Trulies, 1 apiece, and that's
Tall
an
cans.
okay night.
Tall cans.
If we want to go a little over, we'll get the 6-pack of Trulies, which is like 1.5 tall Trulies apiece. Here we go. He's coming in.
Oh, it was because the wheels were up? Is that what it is? Okay.
All
So
right.
our guest today, I want to make sure, Tony, can you hear
Yeah, we're gonna
us?
make sure that everything's connected before.
I can hear you.
How did I
there
can
we
hear
go.
you? Okay, am I saying? I know I asked this last time, but
Yeah, pretend we're not on stream and you're asking him this.
can you tell me how to say your last name properly?
Durazio.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
Durazio, right,
that's
Dave?
simple.
Okay, so all right.
Just like it's spelled, except there's an apostrophe there that trips everybody up.
Right, yeah, that makes you feel like all right.
get
So
rid of
we're
that.
gonna bring Tony
Oh,
on.
I already have your audio on. I didn't even
Okay.
realize that.
Oh, look at that. I'm already done.
Don't do that. I'm new, but I'm learning.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
we've
Oh,
only
there's
been,
the cheer. See, Aaron?
Oh, there's
it's
a
just
cheer.
really delayed.
Okay. Are we nice to this guest? Yes, you're nice to this guest.
We have to let them know.
Tony,
right
you
away.
know how our show is. You know
let
how
me
we
fix
roll.
your
So
screen here.
you'll see
Yeah,
us
I know how
pointing and
you're
waving and, doing all the things. And if you can
No,
see
we're
the
good.
chat, feel free to, talk to the chat too. So first vice chair of the LP of New York, and you're running for the LNC chair.
Wow.
Correct.
That is big. That's yes. So can we talk a little bit about what prompted you to make this decision?
We didn't say she, Raja. You calm down.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I since we last talked, because I was on this very program. It's been like 2.5 years now, hasn't it?
Have we been doing
It
this that
has
long?
been. We have been
That's
doing it for a
insane.
while, but it was like pre-COVID and all that, I think, right? Like, ugh.
It was. I remember. I was traveling back and forth between Calgary and Rochester.
Yes, and you were freely traveling without masks and all that jazz back in the day.
Absolutely. And I remember that the podcast I had the That Liberty Late Night, that episode, I was at the Toronto airport.
Yep.
And
Yes,
I
you
sat down
were.
at the Toronto airport and did it with you.
It was back when Tim Hortons had the good egg sandwich. I'll never let that go.
In Canada, everything's good.
Oh.
But, so I hear. I haven't been back for a while.
Oh boy.
Oh,
boy.
I'd be afraid to get trapped there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'll tell you what. And I know you asked me a question, and I'll get there in a minute.
That's fine.
One of the for my travel to Reno, we're actually traveling through Hamilton, Ontario. We're
Wow,
starting our
really?
journey in Canada. Yeah, it was about half the price. Actually, it was about quarter the price.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, they're probably
So-
they probably lost a lot of.
I got a
People.
million people asking about Mises Caucus, so if you want to address that before the LNC thing, you can. But
Well, I may answer their question during.
Okay.
Yeah,
during it.
just let it come
Yeah,
organically.
yeah.
I'm missing these comments.
So anyway, since we last talked, I was New York chair.
can you make these things?
'Cause I was vice chair then. Then I was New York chair.
Okay.
Now I'm vice chair again. But one of the things that we had in the New York party was a deep divide between two groups that were organizing the party who wanted to organize the party in two different ways. And one of the things that I felt was my job was to unify the party, and I did. We went into what was our organizing convention that was mandated by New York state law with a whole lot more unity than we ever had, and we were able to organize and actually get our party going, and really brought some momentum, and a momentum that we still have going forward. I see what's happening on the national stage, where we have people look at this like there's two groups. Like there's the Mises Caucus. We're going to take over the party, and we know the one right way. Then this group over here that says we hate the Mises Caucus, and anybody who associates with them needs to be thrown out, and we're going to take over and do things the right way.
I see a
and
little
then
bit of that.
And then you've got this big group in the middle.
Yeah.
And this big group in the middle says, "Come on, guys, let's work together. Let's forget about fighting each other.
Right.
Let's instead fight the cult of the omnipotent state. Let's aim our rocks at these lacks of freedoms, these infringements on our liberties that have been happening, especially over the last 2 years, and stop focusing on eating our own in the tiny little party that we have."
Oh, libertarians love infighting.
I feel like that they're the worst at that.
Libertarians
are
the worst.
Do other?
I've said it a million times.
Do this to each other? It really is.
Other parties do it to each other. They absolutely do. If you look at the Democrats, they have their progressive wing. They have the they have their moderates. They do that too. And the Republicans, they have their Tea Party, and they have their moderates. They other parties have this too. We're the third largest party, but we are still a lot smaller than those two. Yeah. So you see it a whole lot more in our party than you do in those two big parties.
That's true. What are you drinking,
I think
Tony?
A lot with that is
like, what are you drinking?
Yeah. That's excellent. I'm drinking Fruly, which is a Belgian strawberry beer.
Oh, that's like it's a European Truly.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead with your question. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No. Actually, that's funny.
We're keto, so we're doing Trulies.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, no, Fruly. I was introduced to Fruly, and while I was traveling between Toronto and Calgary. Believe it or not, I didn't always get a direct flight. Every once in a while, I got a layover in Edmonton. So I had a couple hours in Edmonton, so I sat down at a Belgian pub there and ordered a delirium, which, if you know, it's the beer with the pink elephant on the bottle.
Okay.
I've never seen it. Yeah.
It sounds cool.
And it's widely considered the best beer. It's widely considered the best beer in the world by a lot of people. It's good. I don't know if I would call it the best beer in the world.
That's a bold statement.
so as I'm sitting there and I'm downing my second one. The lady behind the bar says, "Have you ever heard of a Frularium?" What's a Frularium?
Yeah.
so it's half a Fruly, and then half a delirium, and she poured them both together, and oh my, that very well might be the best beer thing I've ever tasted. But this is Fruly's kind of hard to find, and it's very good. So.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
When I go for a beer, I'm gonna try that one. So I interrupted.
I have no idea what I was saying either, because I started heavy with the shots at the beginning of the show.
So he was talking about the divide and that it's a normal thing, but it's just seen so much more because
a hole figured me out here. I'm with Masad
because the party's so much smaller. So okay, so
that's what I was going to say, is that libertarians love to fight. So there's anytime somebody disagrees with the party within the Libertarian Party, it's a big frickin' brawl, because that's what we do. Whereas like the bigger parties, when the Democrats don't like where the party's going, they either just fall in step like they should, because that's my team, I'm blue team, I'm red team,
right?
Or they just silently leave and go look at maybe a third party, because they're definitely not going to red team.
No, absolutely. You see very little of that big a team switch. They'll either go third party, or or they will fall in line, or. So I mean, look at what one of the great example of this is what Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez did in Queens. She was definitely a progressive fighting against an establishment moderate Democrat who had been there for a generation, and she beat him in the primary. And of course, the Democrats responded by taking to social media and absolutely destroying anybody who would possibly ever support him. No, of course not. They supported their candidate, and at the end of the day, we mostly do that, especially in presidential years. If you look, there was a lot of fighting over our presidential nomination this last time, but when Joe got the nomination, most people did support her in some way, shape, or form. Same with Gary Johnson. You might recall Austin Peterson put up a pretty significant challenge, and a lot of the Austin Peterson followers, I was one of them, and ended up supporting Gary Johnson just fine. Some did it holding their noses, some did it very gladly, some joined his team. We do this, but when the chips are down, we do come together. I think we're at a point where the chips are down.
Okay.
And we need to really start promoting libertarianism in a positive manner with the Libertarian Party name on it ahead of the 24 elections. We're still going to have a convention fight over who's going to get our nomination, because there are going to be some people who want Dave Smith or Spike Cohen or Larry Sharp or Mike Termott or whoever shows up on the scene 5 minutes ahead of time for our nomination. Who knows? Yep. There's always
that's pretty much how it goes. Yeah, I'm like, oh, this guy's definitely getting it. This guy looks like he's the chosen one, and then it's like, who the hell is she?
That sounds awesome, Lyle. Wait, okay. How does that? So when people show up, you can just be like, hey.
I don't know. The Libertarian Party convention works weird.
It is a little crazy, you know. So okay, Craig is he just switched over to Twitch, and he's going to be there in Reno. So what is happening? What is this? What is the whole weekend about? What is it?
So every 2 years, the Libertarian Party has a large national convention. Each state sends a number of delegates based on the number of libertarians that are enrolled there in each one of their states. I'm going as a delegate from New York, for example.
We're going to talk about Reno.
Yep. And this time it happens to be in Reno. It moves around every 2 years.
Okay.
There's quite a bid process. In 24, it's going to be in Washington, D.C.
Oh, that's
which will be really exciting.
Yeah.
That'll be a lot closer.
Yeah, we can stop at Gettysburg.
So much easier to
see some shit.
Yeah, because we're East Coast folk, you know?
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot.
We are, but even the West Coast folks, it's expensive for the California people to get to Reno.
Oh.
Everybody's having the same problem.
Yeah, yep.
I mean, at least some of them can drive, but of course with gas prices nowadays, it's cheaper to fly.
Yeah.
Yes.
By a lot.
That is rough.
So we get together every 2 years, and of course in presidential years, you attack on the piece where we're selecting our presidential and vice presidential candidates. But every 2 years, we're talking about our bylaws and our platform and making changes if we need to, and choosing the party officers. So the chair, the vice chair, the secretary, the treasurer, the at-large people, and each region selects a representative and an alternate. And that's what's happening in Reno.
Okay. I wish I could go. I would think it would be amazing. I mean, maybe to the Washington, D.C. one. I think it'd be great for the kids, you know?
Yeah.
I hope the D.C. one is our best attended convention ever, because, you know, I'm going to be chair of that party, and I'd really
very good. Speak it into existence, you know? Yes, absolutely. So, okay, so your decision to do this, I mean, that's a big deal, you know? I mean, you don't just, or maybe it's not. Maybe you just wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to do it.
You know, I did make a last minute decision to run in 2020. And I didn't go to the convention physically because, well, you know, COVID.
Sure. Yep.
But I came in third, and an encouraging third. So I decided then that I would consider running in 2022. I wasn't necessarily going to do it. I didn't make that decision that day. Mm-hmm. And I sat on that decision for probably a good solid year. Kind of talked it through with a few of my friends and colleagues in the Libertarian Party. The general consensus inside of New York was, don't do it. We need you here. Focus on the state. But everywhere else, everywhere else, I got either, do you think that you'll be able to get enough delegates? Because we know that there is a certain caucus who has been actively recruiting delegates, and I got to give them credit for doing the work and getting out there and getting the delegates. So one of the questions I had to ask is, are there enough free delegates out there to make this possible? And the answer is yes, there are. So I've been getting myself to state conventions, a lot of them. I went to probably about a dozen of them. It's hard to go to much more than that. Plus I had presence in some way, shape, or form at probably about a dozen more. But that was on kind of an eye-opening experience. Got to see more of the country than I had. Got to go out and talk to a lot of libertarians and see how libertarians do it in other parts of the country.
That's fun. You know what? I feel terrible. I don't know how things work here in PA, like with the
No, because I think
Libertarian Party.
We're pretty much done with it all. We've gone full anarchy. We're taking care of ourselves and our community.
I so badly want to see the Libertarian Party have a thing and make it work.
Yeah,
and, you know what I mean.
I wish them the best.
And I'm trying real hard not to be like, I don't know. Like I want to see it happen so bad. Like right now, though.
I understand. Oh, we all do. Everybody's impatient, and we need to sit down. We need to be professionals about these things. I can tell you that I was at the Pennsylvania convention, and depending on which one of these sides you talk to, they're all going to tell you a different. They're all going to give you a different perspective as to how it went.
I'm sure
that was far and away the most contentious convention I went to.
Are you serious?
Oh, by far, not even close.
I miss it. Where?
Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Where
yeah,
was
yeah.
it?
I heard some shit about it.
Where was it? It was in Pittsburgh.
It was in Williamsport.
Williamsport. Oh, okay.
That's where your cousins live.
Yeah. Well, they moved back up here, but yeah, that's where the Little League World Series is held every year.
Oh,
Yes, my dad tells me that.
He
loves watching it. Yeah, he's like, these kids are great. This is so cool. But wow. Okay, so really, Pennsylvania one was the most static.
Yeah, it was contentious. There were these two edge factions that are very that are hell bent on taking over the party. Both came out in force and were both vociferous, and one side won over the other. And in this round, and who knows what will happen in the next round. I think there's going to be exciting times in Pennsylvania for a while to come. Regardless of what happens nationally, Pennsylvania is definitely going to be a battleground. At least one new party was formed out of the ashes of what happened in Williamsport.
Oh my god!
That's when you know the shit went down.
Holy moly! Oh, so what is it that's dividing? I mean, what is it? Like specific issues? I mean, do libertarians don't all agree on everything, or is it just like, oh, all of a sudden I like these people more, and now I want them to be the winners?
From what I see, it's strategy and focus.
Okay.
So what issues do we want to focus on it from a national perspective?
Okay.
And how are we going to tackle this? And here I am campaigning for my opponents here, I guess. But their strategy has been very much a messaging-centric strategy, bold messaging, focusing on hyper-local candidates plus the presidential race, which you have to focus on. You have to as a national party. You got no choice. Whereas my strategy kind of flips that upside down a little bit, focusing more on the races. And of course, the hyper-local races should be focused on by the state affiliates, focusing more on the presidential race and the ballot access races in every state. And almost every state has a ballot access race. And it's not the same in any state. In New York, for example, it's governor. In Indiana, it's secretary of state. Why, I don't know. But in some states, in a lot of states, it's the presidential race. But and making the messaging a lot clearer and simpler, so the state affiliates can actually tailor it to what they needed to say. So rather than having a national party coming out with bold and very specific messaging, coming out with messaging that's really centered around the platform, that's not so specific, but still principled, strong, and bold, not necessarily child labor is good messaging, but more along the lines of question your labor laws type thing.
Okay.
That's a terrible example, but
no, but I get it though. I understand what you're saying, because something
leave a little leniency for you to work in your locality.
Yeah.
And the different nuances that you have to deal with there.
Okay, David Gay. Oh, sorry. I was saying hi to somebody in the chat. Sorry, go ahead, Tony.
No, his name is David Gay. It's fine.
Oh yeah, David's great. David and I we're both at the LP. We're both guests of LP Tennessee this year too.
Oh, that's so great.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I knew he was down there. I didn't know you were down there. That's great.
Yeah, that was a great convention. I had a great time at that one. I had a great time at every convention I went to, even Pennsylvania.
Even the Pennsylvania one.
Oh, absolutely.
I love a good mosh pit.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's hard for me because I am one of those guys in the middle here. So I have friends on both sides.
Yeah.
Good friends.
Yeah, we kind of do too.
Libertarian friends who've done a lot for the party.
Yeah.
So it hurts me to see them fighting so angrily with each other, each one looking for the eviction of the other side. Anyway, if we're talking about messaging, a lot of people talk about how slow the National Party was to talking about the COVID-19 mandates that came out.
Yes.
And they were, and those are legitimate concerns, and there are a lot of very specific concerns about that I could get into and have gotten into in a number of cases. But throwing out something really, really specific from National would have been a detriment. So they've got to be very careful on their messaging.
Okay.
How you message about COVID-19 in New York and how you message about COVID-19 in Florida are two very different things.
Okay.
Because each state's governor reacted differently to the pandemic.
Yeah. Yep.
And of course, there are libertarians who say, well, one did it better than the other. And on both sides, believe it or not.
Sure.
Having lived in New York, Andrew Cuomo didn't do anything wrong, or did very little wrong.
Yeah.
But Ron DeSantis didn't really do a lot right either. He in Florida, the problem wasn't so much the infringements on the personal freedoms; it was infringements on freedom of association that he was putting in place, and nobody's really talking about that.
Oh.
Yeah. So there are certainly issues that resonate in each state, but sometimes they resonate differently, but they're both liberty issues.
Right.
So throwing down really specific and locked down messaging from National is a mistake. Whereas sticking to the broad platform, talking about freedoms from the standpoint of the platform, which is very centered on keep the government out of it.
Right.
Is a much better, more malleable way for state affiliates to adapt that messaging to what they need.
Right. So this remind I don't know, just kind of I feel like I don't know how you feel about Jacob Hornberger, but we had him on. He was so much fun to talk to.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, he was a blast.
Like personal. Yeah, he's a cool guy.
But no, he was also really good talking about don't water down what the libertarian platform is. And he said people didn't like him because he was, trying to water it down and change it. I mean, I don't know, maybe or he wasn't trying to water it down. He didn't want to water it down. Watering down. But he was fun, and it just made me think of him because he, it's focus on
watering
what,
down my drink with vodka.
Watering down your drink, yeah. He wanted to be focused on what the platform actually is and what it has been, and not, try to say oh well, this new thing, then maybe we should think, change this or change that or something. I don't know. It was really interesting to talk to him because he just wanted to keep it the way it was, and I think looking at the platform, I mean, I don't know. I think people would embrace it, the libertarian platform itself, without maybe some major. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I am literally right now looking at 8 different things.
That's okay. So I mean,
my brain is not functioning.
It's all right. One of the things that's kind of different about the Libertarian Party, as opposed to the Democrats and Republicans, we're a political party, so our primary job has to be to run candidates and win elections. It's what our job is. We're a political party. If we're not running candidates and winning elections, what are we doing here? But because so many people don't know what libertarianism is,
right?
We have to also be an educational organization.
Yeah.
And to Hornberger's point, yes, we have a platform that's been largely unchanged. There have been tweaks to it, but largely unchanged for 40 years. We've had a statement of principles that's been largely unchanged for 50 years that we could be speaking to, that the American public would embrace and has embraced when they've heard it on a local level.
Thank you for understanding me and saving me, Tony.
I'm here for you. I've been doing this for a few months.
You got my back, boy. I appreciate it.
Gotcha. I always got you here. But yeah, to Jacob's point, now I know a lot of people. He tends to come from a more conservative side of the party that has come in, and so a lot of people didn't like him. I liked him just fine. I thought he was a personable guy. He wasn't the candidate that I supported, but that didn't mean that I wouldn't have supported him if he had won the nomination. That would have been great. He would have been a fine candidate.
Am I allowed to ask if you are pleased with who they chose, or is that like a no question?
Joe Jorgensen?
Yeah.
That's a tough one. She did okay.
That's the feeling I get from basically from everybody. You know, it's like like we saw her talk, and I'm like, yeah, she said good stuff. But she didn't ignite it.
She's been great since then. She's doing a lot of work for with People for Liberty, and she's been fantastic since then. But as a presidential candidate,
doing it, we got to see her. It was nice. Right. Yeah, she.
That's right. She came to Erie.
Yep, and the thing is that like we did not even watch the debates. Like we were trying to get all the kids ready for bed. It was whatever. Yeah. But our son, our oldest, who was like 11 at the time, I came in and he's like, "Shh, I'm watching the debates. This is the Libertarian debates right now." And he knew who Joe Jorgensen was when she got nominated. I'm like, "Who?" He's like, "Joe Jorgensen. Don't you know?"
I thought Hornberger was the chosen one.
Yeah, I feel like, oh my gosh, how did my 11-year-old?
So funny story. Joe Jorgensen was my first ever Libertarian vote was in 1996, and it was for Harry Brown. And Joe Jorgensen was his vice presidential candidate. So I knew who Joe Jorgensen was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I did not know that about her. Okay.
Yeah.
She's been
around the party.
And also, why?
In person too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Why do they wait so long to like pick their candidate? I feel like there's it's like to the last freaking minute.
And then you don't have time to like get exposure on them.
Yeah, I feel like it should be picked sooner.
I mean, it seems that way, but if you look at when our presidential nominating convention was last year, which was May, it was right in the middle of near the end of primary season, but in the middle of primary season. It wasn't yet a foregone conclusion that Joe Biden was the nominee. Clearly, Trump was, but it's not all. So we're late, but we're not that late, and we're certainly not the last third party to do it. Usually, I can't say that. I was going to say usually it's pretty obvious who's going to be the choice ahead of time, but this time it wasn't. It wasn't obvious at all.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I kind of thought Jorgensen going into it, Jorgensen was going to win. I supported Sam Robb going in, frankly, and he didn't. He was eliminated relatively early. Mm-hmm. I had high hopes for him, but in 2016, even though I supported Austin Peterson and really wanted that upset at convention, I knew that he was probably not going to win, and our nominee was probably going to be Gary Johnson. So we usually know somewhat ahead of time, or at least we have an idea it's going to be one of these two people. Like in 2008, it was going to be Bob Barr and Mary Ruwart. In 1996, I think it was pretty obvious it was going to be Harry Brown. In 2000, it was pretty obvious it was still going to be Harry Brown. Although Hornberger, I believe that was the year Hornberger challenged Harry Brown. We usually know somewhat, but we're not really all that far out of line from the Democrats and Republicans. What we need to do is we need to get better as a party, and not just the national party, but the campaigns. One at fundraising, because we're way behind on that. We've really got to not be afraid to to talk about fundraising. And to that note, www.tonyforchair.com.
Seriously, yeah, yep. Dude, you know what? I love Larry Sharp because he's like, hey, you know what, guys? It's time to ask for some money because that's how we do things, you know. And he's not afraid to just be like, bloop, because it's true. Money makes things happen, you know. It really, really does. So if you want to support Tony, Dave's going to drop the link in the chat, and you can go there and donate. And you can also read all about him. I was reading. Your mission statement, basically, that when you become chair, this is what you want to do, you know. So, and the unity, I like that part, you know, like, can we just not fight? Can we just not fight? And like make the government not be involved in every single thing, you know. I like that. There it is.
And you know what? I'm also not naive about that. I know that there are some people that aren't going to get along with each other. Heck, of course. There are people in this party I don't get along with. One or two. I mean, only one or two. But don't tell any of them.
Just don't name names.
But so you know what I do? I call in for their immediate purge from the party. No, of course I don't. I just don't work with them. I've in many cases sent other people to work with them. Oh, I don't like Joe. That doesn't mean he's not a good libertarian. Hey, you know, you should go work on Joe's campaign. I'm not going to, but go do it.
Find a good diplomat. Send them in.
There you go. Yep.
Likewise, if you don't want to work with a particular caucus, don't work with them. Work with me. Work with people in your own caucus if you want. There are good liberty people across the whole party. I love that. I love that we have people on the left side of the party who are really, really concerned about, and I have no idea what this looks like on screen for you, but it's definitely not the left for me, who are really concerned about social issues and criminal justice, and the people on the right side of the party who are really concerned about economic issues and 2A. And I love that we are such a big tent, and we can apply liberty and freedom and keeping government the hell out of it to every single one of them.
Yeah.
And it's great that we have great messengers to all that. And you all belong, and we can find a way to grow together.
I like
even
that.
If they're on parallel paths next to each other.
Yep. Parallel paths, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I like that.
Separate,
I like
but
that.
parallel.
But going in the same direction.
Same direction.
Yeah, I like that a lot. How much time are you spending on this? When did you decide to start running? How long has this been happening? That you and like you're going to conventions. What all is going on in your day-to-day life?
So I announced it in early November, but I decided a good 2 months before that I was going to. And I did that one to coincide with a New York event that we had. I did it at an event in Syracuse, a big event. So I knew I'd have a little bit of attention. But also because I knew that there were no other conventions coming until January.
There you go.
So I could spend the next couple of months, you know, doing the social media posts, kind of doing the soft launch. Hey, I'm here. Hey, come talk to me, and then start really getting organized. Brought in a campaign manager who had to quit, so I brought in another campaign manager.
Oh no.
She quit for very good reasons. She got a job with the National Party. She couldn't take sides in a charity.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So that's a great reason to quit. And since January, I've been going to conventions, talking to county affiliates, talking to groups, talking to caucuses, hosting, doing, I don't know, this is, I think, my 147,000th podcast. Feels like that some days.
I'm sure.
I hate podcasts.
Doing about 18,000 debates with any number of groups of people. And hitting state conventions.
Yeah. Yep. Good night, Dan. Good night. Okay, so you're staying busy, and when does this?
Oh, yeah.
when is this? Is this happening at Reno, or when is the decision being made for you?
It is 2 weeks from tonight.
Okay.
Is that final debate in Reno, on the stage in Reno, where the chair candidates all get up there and make our final cases, and then next Saturday, 2 weeks from tomorrow, is the vote.
Okay, so how many?
I can't wait for the tweets. It's gonna
right,
be fun.
how many people are you? I mean, you're up there, and how many people are going to be sharing the stage? Do you think, with you?
I know that there are 3 other declared chair candidates.
Okay, and is the current chair allowed to? Is that person allowed to go up there and say, I want to do this again, or is there okay?
She certainly can. She has not declared herself as a candidate. Clearly, there's going to be. She was an interim chair because our last chair resigned, and she was appointed by the LNC to finish out his term. And she said at the time that she wasn't going to be running for another term. Ooh. Whether or not she actually does is, she can make that decision right up through the time of the vote.
Day.
Someone could nominate her from the floor that day.
Okay.
Absolutely can. But right now there are only 3 other candidates that I know of: Angela McArdle, who is affiliated with the Mises Caucus; Steve Dosbach, who tends to be affiliated with those. He's not an evictionist, but he's more affiliated with those who are against the Mises Caucus. And then Chris Emling, who is from Arizona. He's from New Mexico, and he declared for the race. I haven't heard too much about him. I only ran into him at 1 or 2 conventions.
Okay.
But there are at least 4 of us who have declared.
Are you the one who's not picking a side in this whole thing? Are you the one who's like, hey, you know what? I'm coming to y'all from the middle ground here. Let's make this work for the Libertarian Party.
Yeah, that's been my drive. I'm not hanging out at the very, very extreme edges.
Yep.
I'm hanging out here, right here in the middle. I'm here to say, hey, we can all work together, and I'm really willing to work with you people on the edges who I know have already chosen their chair candidate,
Mm-hmm.
although I hope I'm your second choice if they get knocked out early.
Yeah.
But also you guys who are kind of leaning towards the edges but kind of see the middle. I'm going to work with you, and I'm not going to alienate you, and I'm not going to be throwing you out of the party. I'm one that's more who has been the quote-unquote unity candidate.
That's so great. So
Yeah,
you're like, I'm going to listen to both sides. We can do this together kind of thing. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. What is the process? So you get up there and talk, and then when do they vote, and how many votes, and what is it like?
Delegates and stuff, right?
We have a debate. There's north of 1,000 delegates. I want to say it's 1,050 something. I don't know the exact number. My campaign manager's going to yell at me for not knowing the exact number.
That's okay.
but you need 50% plus 1 to win. So we'll have several. We'll probably have more than 1 ballot because.
Okay. Yeah.
Either somebody gets 50.1% of the first ballot, or they don't, and then the way the process is supposed to work is they knock off the bottom candidate, and also anybody who lost to none of the above, and then they take a revote with all the everyone that's left, and so on until either somebody gets over 50% or Noda wins, in which case then it's all in turmoil.
Oh boy.
That's when dueling starts.
Dueling,
That's when the episode of American Gladiator comes
last
out.
man standing.
Oh no. I'm
Four
really excited.
4
for
candidates
you.
enter.
Yeah,
1 leaves.
I'm really excited for you, and that you took this on to do this, because you've been so involved for so long in so many different ways, locally and through your state, and now you want to do this. I think this is really amazing because I feel like and somebody Dunmar I think said it too about local is so important, and you've been there, locally and then through the state, and now you want to do that. I think this is this is really good. I'm very, very excited for you. I'm really proud of you for doing that too. Like, it's a big deal, you know? Yeah. I wish I could be there. Is there going to be a live stream? Craig is going to be there, and he said he's going to send us updates, live updates. But is there going to be like a stream or something?
So there has been a YouTube stream in the past, and some years, and I don't know about this year, but especially in presidential years, we are also broadcast on C-SPAN, and I don't know if this year is going to be.
Okay.
Oh, was that like when that guy started stripping on stage?
Oh my gosh, who was that
thing?
guy?
Yeah.
Who was that guy? Who was that guy? Does that bother you? Does that bother you when no, not just this male strippers, but like does it bother you when people and I'm just gonna say I love Ermin Supreme. He's so fun. He's been on the show.
Yeah, he is what he is.
And he's just a fun caricature of the government, you know. Does it bother you when people do the Libertarian Party thing in kind of a comedic style versus like, you know, hey guys, this is a legit party and we need to be more, professional. Like, how do you feel about that?
I think there's a place for that in our party. I'm not necessarily saying that Vermin was my support as a presidential candidate.
Sure.
But what he did do.
Not in this timeline.
Not in this timeline. Probably in the timeline where John Krasinski was Mr. Fantastic. But
he had some points.
No, in all seriousness, though, Vermin was a great recruiter for our party, especially for those who kind of lean a little bit left. He was a great recruiter for the LGBT crowd. He continues to be. He brings a different brand of messaging that's still liberty-based. And if you know a little bit about Vermin's history, one, you know he's a perennial presidential candidate and a performance artist.
Yes.
And we were his third or fourth stop.
It's like, what's left for me? I guess I'll do that.
But he stayed. One thing he's done in 2016 was his first run as a libertarian, and I have a feeling his third run is going to be in 2024.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know that for sure, but I have a funny feeling.
Pretty sure.
Probably.
But if you sit down and talk with a man who, and by the way, he's a very intelligent man. Yep. You find out that he came from like a semi-progressive Democrat background.
Yep.
And being in this party has kind of moved him a little bit, and he's actually become a student of liberty himself.
Yep,
yes,
that's how I feel about him. He's like a baby libertarian. He's learning. He doesn't have all the answers.
Learning.
And when people ask him questions, he doesn't answer them right. But he hasn't felt through all the questions.
And another thing I love is that, you know, with all the protests and everything, we had him on a couple times, and he talked about, you know, peaceful and how he knew what, like when the police came up, like he was the one reading, you know, to the cops,
the proper
you know,
riot
like, this
control
is the,
handbook.
Yeah, this is what you're allowed to do.
Yeah, I really liked what
he
was doing.
I really appreciate, you know, his knowledge in that. But I love the caricature that he plays of like politicians. You know, like
I am the tyrant you can trust. You should.
We're all going to get free ponies. Well, how are they free? Well, they're free because, you know, like. But you're right. There's a place for that. There's a place.
There is, and sometimes humor is an attractive quality that gets people in the door. You know, and there's a lot of good things that Vermin Supreme has brought to the party. James Weeks. Did I think he was great chair material? Especially not after the stripping, no. But if you ever talk to James, he's a brilliant libertarian.
Oh yeah. Probably has the best memes too.
He really does, and he's lost a ton of weight too. He looks great now.
Oh, good for him.
So by the way, if you're ever looking, he was at the same time he was running for national chair, which is what he was doing when he stripped. And
oh my gosh, was he? I did not realize.
So are you thinking about taking that angle at all, or are you just gonna?
I'm just gonna go up there. I'm just gonna go up there in the full Monty, so I don't have to worry about.
Oh yeah, that's already there.
No,
it's always awkward trying to take stuff off.
I'm not doing that. No, I'm going to be fully clothed on stage.
That's good.
Yeah, I think that's solid.
But James also ran for sheriff in his town that same year.
That's a good shit right there. Yes, sheriff's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It is, and he ran a great liberty-based campaign. And I was on because I was running for Congress that year, and I was on a couple of podcasts with him. I was on Will Coley's podcast with him a couple of times, and we had some great conversations. He's really a great libertarian who, because he did the one thing on C-SPAN that keeps eating me. That's right. He did that on C-SPAN.
You do that one thing. That one special trick.
And nobody and everybody talks about that and not about the good things that he's done.
Yeah.
So there is a place for people like that in the party. One of the fallacies that I think we as libertarians fall into, myself included, like I just said, I was a congressional candidate. Guess what? I was the worst congressional candidate ever. I was terrible. But you know what I was good at? Working behind the scenes on campaigns, the administrative part of running a state party and hopefully a national party, which is what I'm going for here. There are people who are good at messaging. There are people who are great at fundraising. There are people who are great at petitioning. There are people who are great activists who should never be a candidate. Adam Kokesh, I'm not saying he should never be a candidate, but he's an example of a great activist, somebody who's willing to go out there, stand up for his principles, and get arrested for his principles.
Yep.
It's something that we need, and we don't necessarily need them to run for office.
No, yeah, he kind of went off the chain recently, didn't he? I saw.
And we only saw that because it
just
we're
blew
part
up
of
on
a small
Twitter.
group.
Yeah,
it's like
we see that, and this all is going to come back full circle. I mean, Adam is a passionate and longtime libertarian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to defend the guy.
Yeah, he was fun to talk to. We had a really good time with him on the show. It was, and he
really
sold
like
me.
Adam. I consider Adam a friend. I really do.
I think you're right that everybody has they're very good at something, and
he's inspirational. He's a good speaker. He was fun.
Yeah, he came on a couple times, and
it's a great time.
People go through things, they do, and now that there's all the social media, you get to see
everything.
Everybody. Thank God this wasn't around when I was in high school. That is all I'm going to say.
I have no pictures of like my late teens, early 20s.
Lord, the social media wasn't around for me. But we've all got our roles. Yes, I think everybody has their place that they do like this really, really well, and you don't have to run for office. You can just move the message, and get so many more people involved. Just being yourself.
We have a libertarian in New York, just to bring it more local. A libertarian in Western New York who does a lot of press events, and a lot of him standing in front of a microphone and talking about libertarian issues as chair of his county affiliate, and he's really good at doing that. He's been a candidate. He wasn't the greatest candidate, but he's really good at the activism and really good at the messaging.
Yep.
There are other people who are the other way around, who are really good candidates, but aren't necessarily the greatest activists.
Yep. And you don't have to be everything. You get a good team of people, get a good group of
delegate that shit out.
Yeah, exactly. Like find the folks who can fill in the gaps, because you don't want to have to put that all on yourself, especially if it's not something that you're
like. I'm a terrible
good at.
podcaster, or to actually be on camera is like a bad idea for me.
If I leave, there's going to be no
but like if you want a stream made, put me in the background. I'll get you some nice graphics. I'll make it look real nice.
That's what Dave loves.
So
that part.
so one of the things I learned, as a internal party candidate, which is very different than public office, is that I wasn't going to be able to do everything myself either. So I've got a team around me. I've got I call us the Fantastic Four at this point.
Awesome.
That is I got to find that picture. I had all four of us in Ohio, and it was great. But I've got one guy on the team who's great, my campaign manager, who's great at events and great at at organization. I've got another one who's great at the fundraising and outreach. I've got somebody who is great at who's going to be helping me organize, who's going to probably be organizing for me because I'm totally disorganized on the floor and making sure that I get support on the floor. So I'm surrounded by a team, and once you realize you don't have to do it yourself, and that's something I think a lot of chair candidates don't realize, that we all come in with, oh, this, or these are my gigantic big plans, while I'm leading a board of 19 people. You know, some of them might have some ideas too. So I'm coming in with maybe less of a formulated, strict plan, although I have some pretty concrete ideas, and more changing the culture and changing the spirit of the party to one of cooperation, working together, and moving the party forward in a more professional and unified manner. Which I think is what we need. We need a chair who's not afraid to lean on the rest of the party somewhat.
And that's why, I mean, you have those other people, so it's not, it's not just you calling
you got to
the
delegate
shots,
that shit.
I mean,
you're still in control, but you got to have the people that are good at creating your vision of what you want to happen.
When I read, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think what I read was that some people think that the LNC doesn't do a whole lot, like... was that on your page, like that it was like, oh, they come out with a quarterly, newsletter and all this stuff like that, and you know what I mean? So what are you going to change about that, and why do people feel that there like isn't anything going, like, oh, it's just, what do people not know what you guys are up to? Like, what's up?
A lot of it, some of it's internal marketing, and with what a lot of people see are the LLC business list, which is syndicated on Google Groups, and that quarterly newsletter, and the occasional social media post, and that's it.
Oh.
And they don't know a lot of the things that the LLC does. That there are a whole bunch of subcommittees that are working. There's a whole ballot access subcommittee that's working on helping ballot access across the country.
That would be good to know. Like, that would be good for people to know that stuff is happening through you guys,
that's
right?
Important,
yeah.
Too. Nobody's going to win a write-in contest. It's like...
So, are you going to try to make it be more, like open for people to know what's going on, so they don't think it's like, whatever. So
for openers, one of the personal things I want to do, and I haven't really worked out the mechanics of how I'm going to do this yet, is I want to do some sort of a periodic town hall with me.
Oh.
And there's a couple ways that we can do that. I mean, I think we've learned in this time of pandemic that you don't always have to be in person to have one of those town halls, but there are 4 times a year that the LNC is in person. And one thing I would like to do is take one of those evenings and let people come and let them ask questions. There's that whole comment section at the beginning of every LNC meeting where there's 10 people who stand up and scream about how terrible people that they don't agree with are. And that's fine, and I'm not talking about eliminating that, but actually having a chair that will talk back to you. And I'd like to do more than that. I don't think just quarterly is enough. I think we need to do something like that monthly if we can.
That'd be nice.
But by doing it at the in-person LNC meetings, in theory, those are supposed to rotate between the 8 regions over the 2-year period. And it doesn't always work out that way, but that's what it's supposed to be in theory. What I'd like to see is that happen at those meetings in person, but also have virtual ones in between, where I wouldn't necessarily just be doing it myself. I'd be inviting other members of the LNC to join me.
Yeah.
Because, like my vice chair, there might be people who have questions for my vice chair, or the secretary, or the treasurer, or especially in the regions that at the in-person region ones, I'd want to bring my regional rep and all with me, because there are things that are region specific that the regional reps may have to answer to. But that's the type of thing I'm talking about, having that direct communication and a little bit more transparency. not everything can be transparent. Everyone talks about, complete and total transparency. Well, we also have employees of the party that their HR issues can't be transparent. We just can't do that. There are privacy reasons why we can't do that.
Sure.
There are litigations that we take part in. There are reasons that we cannot do that. But as transparent as possible, and in communicating with the members of the party is one way that we can really accomplish that in a hurry.
I'd like that. I think I like that a lot. Yeah. Okay, so when this convention's happening, is this Memorial Day weekend that it's happening? When is this going on? Okay, all right. How many people do you really think are going to be there at this?
I think there's going to be north of 1,000.
Okay, that's awesome. And Craig is definitely going to be one of them, but he might have lost.
Excellent, Craig.
He's still here, but okay. Craig, go talk to Tony. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Thousands.
No, Craig's awesome. He's going to be there. Yes. And then, are you okay? Okay. Sorry, I got distracted for a second.
Never.
Sorry,
I've been letting the cat in and out. If you haven't noticed me closing the door, so don't worry about getting distracted.
I wanted to know about the door opening and closing because I was like, you obviously have a pet or a ghost or something.
It's like, shit, it opened again. You're not welcome here.
Yeah. Okay. So, Keith is going to be there. Keith is going to be there too. So you guys go talk to Tony.
Wonderful. Yeah. Anybody's going to be there. Please come talk to me.
Yes.
Even if you're not a supporter of me, and boy, after this, I hope you are. But even if you're not, come talk to me anyway. You'll find I don't bite and I'm friendly, even if you support another candidate.
Yes, and even if you don't like the egg sandwich at Tim Hortons right now. I'm sorry I keep bringing it up. It just really hurts me.
Yeah, it really damaged her.
It damaged me, although I'm not eating carbs anymore, so I couldn't get the biscuit anyway. But
man, I've been throwing away so many buns.
Dave goes to work, and he's like, I forgot to bring lunch, so I'm going to the vending machine.
I get a cheeseburger, throw the bun away.
Yeah.
Eat it with a fork.
Mm-hmm. Tony, are you still... Keith. Okay, so Keith hung out with you in Tennessee. Okay, and I'm gonna get to meet Keith. We're gonna get to meet Keith in Tennessee.
Yeah,
in
that's
a couple
gonna be
weeks.
exciting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Keith is great. He's a really interesting fellow, and we had a really great conversation.
I'm so excited, and he's a rocker. We played his videos here on Tuesday nights when we hang out, and I'm really excited. My son, our oldest, is gonna be super pumped to be like, okay, let's talk music.
Oh, nice. So that's great.
Tony, you've got to be exhausted though. I mean, you're still like doing your normal work load of normal things. And then now how is that? I was going to say, how has that changed since we talked last? Because last time you were in Toronto catching a flight and, so COVID happened. How did things change for you with that?
So, so when everybody else experienced the pandemic, our workplaces have to shut down. My clients were colleges and universities who had to kick everybody off campus in a hurry, but didn't want to stop classes. Mm-hmm. Most of them weren't really prepared for distance learning.
Sure.
So that first year of the pandemic was one of the busiest of my life.
I bet. Oh my gosh, I bet.
And I had to do it all remotely because we couldn't travel. We were shut down for almost 2 years. I didn't travel again until this past February.
Holy moly! Wow. Okay, so you're doing work for IT college campuses. Everyone has to. Nobody's ready. Nobody.
That's the most,
no one was prepared. No one, no school district, no nothing anywhere, no colleges were ready to do all this online. And then you have to are you walking people through this? Is that what it is? Or
So in a lot of cases, and a lot of what I was doing, schools came to us going, what the hell do we do? Because they had no idea.
Yep.
Oh, well, we've got Zoom. Do we just buy 50 Zoom licenses? A lot of times we were able to leverage what they already had, be it an LMS with built-in distance learning or their LMS attached to an existing Zoom or existing Microsoft Teams license.
Yeah.
There's ways to do it. There are ways. A lot of times we had to tell schools, okay, you know what, you have to make a $10,000 investment and scale up. Your 10 remote access licenses ain't gonna cut it for your 20,000 students.
Yeah.
That did happen really at one school where they actually had 20 licenses, and that was sufficient when it was just their staff occasionally working from home.
Oh.
But when it's 20,000 students,
yes. Oh my gosh.
That's completely different.
That is.
All these initiatives that you're working on, you're gonna have to stop working on them because they don't apply anymore.
Yeah.
You've built something for a particular classroom paradigm that you either have to adapt for a home paradigm, which you can do in some cases, or you have to completely scrap and put on hold.
Yeah.
And it's been tough. And actually coming back to campus, which schools are starting to do now, has been even harder because there are people who are nervous about that in academia. Do we mask? Do we don't mask? Do we have to keep our distance?
Yep.
Are we doing a full model? Are we doing a hybrid model? Do we allow people to work remotely? It's been tough. And no two schools are doing it the same way.
Yep. Do you prefer to work remotely, or would you rather just go there and help them in person?
I much prefer going on site. It's much easier to read people and talk to people and actually get a live feel for what they're doing, what they're experiencing there than through a Zoom. You're getting the head and shoulders, and you're not necessarily getting the whole body. And it's hard to have a beer after work. Here, let me buy you a beer.
Yeah. Where you are and where you're going now that you're traveling a little bit more and stuff, like do you find different places have with the different masks and
I feel like
that,
here we're almost over it.
Yeah.
Like there's
Gear
a
is
couple
in California, and he says a lady told him to get a mask on today. And that's in,
it's California.
So, but like Dave was watching CNN at work one day because it's what's on in the break room, and he's like, "Did you know that they're still going through the pandemic? Like the people on CNN are still in a pandemic."
We have like two people in my shop that still wear a mask because they want to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can understand.
What are you? Yeah, and everyone is allowed to make their own decision.
It feels.
They're really
like they
allowed.
Feel secure.
But do you find different, regulations, and things where different places you go?
You find different comfort levels for sure.
Yeah.
I've been on site at two different schools this year. One in Michigan, where they were really strict about masking on campus and were really very, very, very much you keep your distance. But literally every place else I went that wasn't on campus or inside an airport, I didn't see a single person wearing a mask.
Yes. Do you have to mask on a plane anymore? Is that a thing?
I think they stopped that.
They stopped the masking on the plane.
They recently stopped that. I'll let you know if they still have it in Canada.
Okay. Okay.
But I think they do. But in the U.S. they don't. Then I had a client that I went to in person in Massachusetts, where on campus they said, "Wear your mask," and very few people did. And they were over it. In New York, the mask exhaustion has really set in. There's a few people that are really, really still militant about it. I saw someone at Wegmans today who had one, but one person at Wegmans. Yeah, but you have them in Pennsylvania.
I love Wegmans. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually been to the Erie Wegmans. The only Pennsylvania Wegmans I've ever been to is the State College one.
Oh my gosh, we live so close, Tony. Why aren't we hanging out? Seriously. We don't live that far away. Seriously, but our friend MC, who's in the chat here, he lives literally in our town, and we finally met him on my birthday.
Nice.
Last month. Yeah. his wife,
next time I drive through there, I'll definitely let you know, because
please.
We should.
Because
Absolutely.
yes. I tell anyone who drives across our interstate, like, just tell me when you're showing up. Like, just tell me your ETA, like, and we can just get a hug and, hey, what's going on? Take a selfie, and then you can be on your way if you're in a real hurry, you know.
I got to tell you that Walmart right there in Erie is a frequent bathroom stop for me.
Oh my gosh, what? Oh, MC, this is Matt. Okay, so this is Matt Lacey. Am I allowed to say the last name too, Matt? Sorry, I already did. Yes. Yeah, so he lives right here.
I had a feeling that's who that was.
Yep.
Yeah, I had a feeling that's who that was. Yeah, he's another one I got to meet in person.
Oh, it's a twofer, bro. Or like because like we'll have our kids and Dave and it's gonna be like a 9.
I mean, this has been a year though. For me, this has been a year. I got really, really active in the party. I've been a libertarian for a long time, but I got really, really active.
That's cool.
Resparked in 2016, and there were a whole group of people that I had never met in person. A whole group of people I've never met in person. I think I'm down to like one of them I haven't met. So
I love having meetups with people, and like I tell my mom, like, we're going to meet some friends we met on the internet, and she's like, what? And then I tell my kids, like, don't do this, okay? We're adults and we're allowed to.
Don't meet your
Don't meet your internet friends, but we can meet our internet friends. Like, and it's been so great. So we're going to an event in Tennessee on June 4th for our friend Alan Mosley. He does a great show. If you've never seen it, it's called It's Too Late with Alan Mosley, and Dave is the producer. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And he just talks about so many great things that also, like, it's funny, but also makes me ragey because government, and shit like that. And I'm like, everyone needs to hear this. But it's a ton of fun, but there's going to be this huge event in Tennessee on June 4th. So we're going, and it's going to be good. We're going to meet a lot of people, see some other old friends that we haven't seen in person in a while. So I'm pumped about it. Yeah. Don't get in the car with strangers. Let me call you an Uber.
Well, yeah, I frankly have gotten in the car with a lot of people who started off as strangers in the last few months.
Oh, there you go.
Strangers. So,
Tony, can I ask you a few like off-topic questions just to be, like silly, like, we are? Have you ever picked up a hitchhiker, or were you ever a hitchhiker?
I was never a hitchhiker. And I've never actually picked up a hitchhiker. I would, I don't necessarily buy into the, I'm going to get murdered if I pick up a hitchhiker.
This is Mary's dig on me because I don't know how to say no.
Dave doesn't know how to say no to people. So he picks up people
in sketchy areas and take them where they need to go, or at least
in the morning.
Close to
it. Yeah. but I got to tell you, in the Libertarian Party, I've heard so many stories of people who, I wish I could remember who told me this story. They were broken down in the middle of Arkansas, and they knew a libertarian in Arkansas, and they called him, and that libertarian couldn't come there because Arkansas is a big state, but they knew 4 other libertarians that were right there that rushed to the aid and helped try and get him on his way. We don't need to do that, Henny. We don't need to hitchhike. All we gotta do is call libertarians. Yeah.
It's true, though.
It's so weird. True. Yeah, the greedy, evil libertarians just love helping each other. Like, give me an opportunity.
Yeah.
To help another person that thinks taxation is theft. Get in my fucking car.
Right.
So in Ohio, we went to my girlfriend and I went to karaoke. Because it's one of the things you do at we went to karaoke, and afterwards we had taken an Uber there, and afterwards we were going to get an Uber back, and a libertarian who I'd never met before offered to take us, and I said, you know what, hey, are you hungry? So I took him through the McDonald's drive-thru, used the app, ordered him food.
That's awesome.
So it ended up being mutually beneficial. I didn't have to pay $50 for an Uber, and he didn't have to pay $6 for a cheeseburger.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Oh, that's so great. Never get a ride from us if we've been out drinking.
Because even the designated driver.
We are not the designated drivers. I'm just being honest. Sorry.
One night in Ohio, I got to be the designated driver, but it was okay.
Oh my gosh. So what are your plans for the next couple weeks? Because you've got a couple weeks to go. What are your plans? What are you doing?
Well, I've got a few more of these podcasts to do.
Okay.
So I've got some of that. I'm calling delegates. I'm talking to as many of them as I possibly can. There's way too many for me to talk to ahead of time, but I'm going to talk to as many as I can. There's several that have expressed interest in talking with me, so I'm going to prioritize them. And then I'm going to be taking the day before Reno. We're going to drive up to Hamilton. And we're going to get on our flight the next morning and
do the thing. Yes.
Do the fucking thing.
Oh my gosh, do the thing. I am so glad that you had talked to us about coming back on, because you are fun and we had a great time last time, and I can't believe it was so long ago. COVID years just seem like they just, I don't know, they're weird. They didn't exist, but
they also lasted forever.
Time still went by, yeah. But I know I see you on Facebook, and if you guys you want to help out, can you drop the link again for Tony? So if you want to help out, Dave. Why are you?
Because I'd like to make you feel uncomfortable.
Why do you gotta make me feel uncomfortable? Come on, Dave. Dave likes to make me feel awkward. There we go. TonyForChair.com. Tony for the number 4 chair.com. And if you're going to Reno, definitely meet up with him. Okay, talk to him, hang out with him. If you know anybody who's a delegate, go talk to them about Tony. Maybe a little bit, drop some love. Because why are you making me feel awkward?
No, I love you. I'm loving you right now.
I'm sorry. I did like 2 shots of vodka, and it's like.
And I did the rest of them.
I'm sipping it.
So what do you expect from me?
I'm sipping.
So what brand of vodka are we drinking?
Oh,
Smirnoff tonight.
Smirnoff.
Nothing's on sale, so yeah.
No, well, that's
very respectable. Oh, look, Craig says, "See you at the Nugget, Tony."
See you at the Nugget, Craig. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Oh my gosh. And also have Craig show you a picture of his dog. They go hiking everywhere, and she stands on things and poses. She's so cute. Her name's Dixie. So Craig, show Tony a picture of Dixie.
That's how tight knit our show is. We're like.
Nice. I love our community, our people here.
We're afraid of getting popular.
I don't want to be bigger because I can't follow the comments, and I want to have, relationships with people. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. And no, not those relationships, friendships,
even Tony's
I'm hilarious, Mary.
Shocked. He's like, she wants to what?
Not relationships like that.
She
you
must
all.
have relations.
Not relations. Oh, Lord.
Relation.
Yeah. Gosh. So my dad will say that from the Eddie Murphy movie.
To me.
Yeah. Like I'm going to have relations.
You've been having relations with my daughter?
Oh, my. Sorry, Tony.
So what?
This is where we're at.
Is your father-in-law Billy Bob Thornton?
He's all over the map.
My dad is. Hi, Courtney. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for being here. No, my dad's just funny. He just likes to be. He was always like the dad that at
keeps
school,
everybody on their toes.
He'd drop me off, and I'd be like, okay, bye, Dad, and I'd close the door, and then he'd roll the window down, and I'm walking into the school, and he's like, bye, I love you, and I'm like 14, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you are so embarrassing right now. But we are good friends now, Yeah, as a teenager, I'm like I was teenagers, with their parents. We're about to have a teenager, Tony. Yep. Our oldest is going to be 13, a week from today. If you have time and you want to watch, he's going to be our guest next week. And he and Dave are going to eat bugs. like sour cream and onion flavored crickets and some kind of maggots. And I'm not going to be a part of eating that.
You'll probably flee.
That sounds delicious. But you guys have fun with that.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to be a part of it. I don't even know if I want to be in the same area
Craig,
while it's happening.
Maybe we'll eat bugs in mayonnaise.
Craig does not like
Dip 'em.
mayonnaise. Tony, what's your thoughts on mayonnaise?
I don't mind it in certain situations. I don't really slather it on too heavily, but it has its application.
Okay, so I feel like Craig can appreciate
That's
that.
reasonable.
That's a very reasonable response.
I don't think Craig can appreciate that. I think Craig just hates mayonnaise.
Craig just hates mayonnaise.
Yeah, see? Craig hates mayonnaise. In all applications.
It doesn't have its place. Tony, what's your favorite food right now? Like if you were to have something that you
Death
just
row
be
meal.
like, okay, death row meal. But I'm just gonna say, like, if it could just poof show up in front of you, what would you want to eat right now?
Poutine.
Oh,
What?
we're not allowed to call it that anymore. Because
Poutine?
Oh, with the
it sounds
the French
too
fries
much. It sounds
with
too much like that guy, that evil guy.
Yeah, the French fries and cheese curds with gravy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I need to try that.
Where's Celeste? Yeah, I gotta try it sometime though. I do. I have to try it. Where's the best place to get it?
Montreal.
Oh
unfortunately.
shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
that'd
best
probably be it.
American place to get it?
Best American place to get it. I've had it. You find it in like the weirdest little bars.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
That makes
I
sense.
love that.
I can
I love
see that.
that.
Yeah. Some
Yeah,
dive
it-
bar.
it's-
Yeah, we serve poutine
Right,
here.
I
yeah, exactly.
I like the idea that you can find it somewhere,
Dude, some
just
fucking
some little
random.
hole in the wall, like this is going to be good. All right. Tony, I'm so glad that you hung out with us. Thanks for being here and thanks for rescuing me from myself. My own
Always happy to join you guys. You know that.
my random train of thoughts that, I'm like, wait, I can't piece this together.
everywhere.
Let's
And
panic.
the chat, it's all the chat's fault. They derail us all the time.
I try not to
In the
look.
best ways.
I try not to
It's
look.
like one constant stream of squirrel. I get it.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are they talking about
What
now?
is that? Yeah.
Everything's about caucus.
They just like to say caucus. All right, guys. Okay, so let us know if there's a way we can follow live, at all. Please, seriously.
But also, we have all your links in the show description.
The show description
I don't
has
know if
every
it's
link of every social media. Right here, though, is where you can go. Tony, the number 4, chair. Okay, like a chair.
Do you want to steal Alan's question?
And I can't steal Alan's question. I cannot.
If you have 2 pieces of lasagna and you stack one piece of lasagna on top of the other lasagna, do you still have 2 pieces of lasagna, or is it just one lasagna?
Why did you cut the lasagna in half to begin with?
There you go.
It's lasagna.
What if they're 2 whole lasagnas? I think that's what Alan said.
Yeah, and you put one lasagna on top of the other.
Did you take the first lasagna out of the pan and put it on top of the lasagna, or is it still in this pan?
No,
I
yeah,
think
no,
Yeah,
you
yep.
take it out of the pan.
It's out of the pan.
It's out of the pan, then that's a single lasagna.
There you go.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
wait,
Tony!
where's my react?
Tony wins.
Okay, there we go. That is correct. You are a libertarian.
This was fun. Oh gosh, Tony, keep us posted when you're coming through this area, okay?
Absolutely,
Seriously.
absolutely.
Please, because we would love to
Will
hang out
do.
with you. Yeah. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here. Everybody go to Tony4chair.com. Give a little something. You know what? He's a good man and he's doing good stuff for the Libertarian Party, and we need more people like him who's going to unite and just let's move forward. Yeah. So, thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you, Dave. Thank you.
Good night, man.
Good night.
Oh, that does
I
that.
forgot to ask to see the cat. I meant to see the cat. Damn it.
Cats are fickle. It's probably not even in the room anymore.
I'm placing the cat in and out, and then I forgot to ask about the cat.
What do we do?
Oh, he's
11:15?
still here.
We're
Oh,
doing
he let
okay.
the cat out.
Oh,
Tony's still here.
No, he's off the show. You got to ignore him now.
No. I can't.
All right, wait. Yeah, there we go.
My kids, my son Chris loves Garfield the cat, and Chris also loves.
No, they do that
lasagna.
meme where it's like,
Yeah.
Jonathan, I require the
Yeah.
lasagna.
Craig, I'm excited that you're gonna get to meet him. Probably before I get to meet him, because
And he has that curling page, Norwegian curling team's pants
which we
page,
talked about the first time.
which is
he
a
was on.
huge fucking page. Like it was on national news. Like,
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
He
Yep.
kind of let go of it because the team is done, but there is a page.
Yep.
With like 1 million followers about some curling team's pants.
I would just super love some lasagna right now, but I found
my
out
gosh.
about this thing. It's called
Craig, you're so
No, I saw that during the Winter Olympics. Craig was like, "What's all this
So
about
contrarian.
curling?" You know, I hate mayonnaise. I hate curling.
Let people enjoy things.
I'm pretty sure that's what you said on his curling post.
Craig, don't be an asshole.
I'm pretty sure that's what you said on his curling post. Nope. Okay.
That's a tricky one, Harmon.
Dude,
Harambe.
yeah.
Nope. You're not allowed.
But there's hearts of palm, and you can use those as a lasagna noodle. It is like the inner part of a palm tree.
So it's a piece of lettuce.
Pretty much. But it's like a noodle. It feels like a noodle, Dave. I'd rather try
that's
that
reasonable.
than...
Yeah, I could see like you could take
Yeah.
like cabbage. Cabbage is almost a noodle. Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm brilliant. Cabbage noodles.
No.
Cabbage
No.
noodles.
I don't want gas, okay?
Oh, can we do guamkis? Pigs in a blanket?
Oh, shit. Yeah, we can. Oh. Bet you we can.
They put rice in it though, so we'd have to leave
We have
rice
to take
out.
the rice out. Omit the rice. Put cauliflower rice in.
Okay, that'll work. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Okay. Cauliflower rice guamkis.
Dude,
okay,
guys,
we're doing it.
listen, I made...
New keto
I
recipe.
made a meatloaf. A keto meatloaf.
Mhm.
The first keto meatloaf. No, I think you made one before.
No, but you
But
made
I
it in
made
a
this.
crock pot, like a
It was
lunatic.
a crock pot keto meatloaf because it's too fucking hot to turn on the oven. So I was like, I'm going to do a crock pot meatloaf, but it's going to be keto. 2-pound meatloaf, okay?
Gone
Jane,
in like 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Jane, my pickiest eater, came back
It
for a
just tastes
third
like
serving.
beef. It just tastes like a hamburger. It was good.
It was
well
good.
seasoned.
It was, yeah. It wasn't.
But you used pork rinds instead of crackers,
yeah,
which
crackers,
just is just more meat, so it just tastes beefier.
I know, but it was really good,
It
and I
was.
didn't taste the pork rinds. Like, take a bite and like I beat those mothers into a pulp dust, a fine dust. No, but really,
Where's
I did.
Dan at?
He went to watch a show. But no, I did. I wanted everything, and it was really, really good, and I was really happy because how often does that happen
All
when
the kids like it. Yeah.
a family of 5 enjoys the same meal? That
doesn't
doesn't
happen.
happen here very often because kids, So, I wish I made tacos. What did we eat for dinner tonight? I can't remember. What did
We
we
had
have for
chicken
dinner?
wings.
Chicken wings, that's right.
Which isn't a dinner because I had like 9 and you had 5.
I know, but
That's not dinner. I
there's
was gonna
just
make,
a
I was
lot
gonna
of
make
fat,
those burger
though.
patties.
There's a lot of fat
I could still make those
in
burger
those. You
patties.
could make burger patties.
If we leave now, we still have time.
What's Gear?
He's
There's
posting
oh, wait,
a link.
No, there's,
You has wangs.
we
they were
had
so little.
wings.
They were
They
Papa
were
John's
tiny.
wings.
They were
Papa
from
John
Papa
wings. The
John's,
flavor
yeah.
was good, but they're like
Thanks, Craig.
they're
Thank
so
you.
little. So
We
small.
did. We finally, after a month, Dave and I have
I'm proud
not
of this girl right here because she loves
just to order
like
out.
comfort food. You like comfort food. You
I
need
love-
food to comfort your
Yeah.
daily hell that you live through. Whereas my comfort food is like another cheeseburger, so I have to give up buns. So I've been okay.
It's not like I don't.
I would never give up buns.
Not these months. Yeah.
No.
Good look at Craig is congratulating us
Yeah,
on
and you
sticking to our
deserve it.
diet. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Daily hell. No, I just, when you stay home.
They're intense. Those kids are fucking intense.
Yeah.
A little extreme.
A little extreme. A little extreme. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Sir Mix-a-Lot,
Don't want
right?
none unless you've got buns.
Buns,
I ate like 5 of these during that interview.
That's
These
great.
beef sticks. But we already have that other one open. But there's more on
There's
the way.
only like a couple in that bag upstairs.
That's
so
probably
you're
my
fine.
lunch tomorrow.
You're fine. Look at this amazing hair. I'm sorry.
It is.
Like,
It looks great.
I'm just like, I always hate my hair because it's so thick.
Is it
And then
perfect
I'm
right now,
just
guys?
like, but then I'm like, oh, look at how nice it looks. Like, I shouldn't like
That's
hate
gorgeous.
on my
Look
hair.
at this. Look at this
Yeah.
little whoop.
The
That's
little
fucking amazing. Just naturally does that.
does it. Yeah, it looks
Here we
good.
go. See, like if we're ever gonna do a podcast, we'll have the interview and then we'll stop because it gets weird afterwards.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Because this is our hangout time.
Because we're not doing an after
Because
party.
okay, yeah, and you guys are hilarious and also wonderful because we
Yes,
saw you
love
guys
the
in the
chat.
comments in the chat, and it was so great and also like so funny. And then I couldn't stop looking, and then I'm like, what did I want to say? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And then I had I feel like my most like panicky moment ever, where I was just like,
You handled it well. I could kind of
really?
feel it,
Okay.
but that's where that's me 24/7. It's
Oh,
just like,
really?
what the fuck's
I'm
going
like,
on? Because I don't even know what I
wanna
said. I don't
say,
know what I'm
like,
supposed to say. I don't know what you said.
Hamburger and what he was talking about, and then the comment, and then I'm looking over here, and I'm like, what's Dave doing? It's like, look at that. Oh my
Never
gosh,
look at what I'm
like-
doing. I'm all over the place. Right
Yeah,
now, I'm looking at
Harambe,
this
you
guy's
guys.
railroad that he's building.
Whole skeezy. We're gonna be heading out soon anyway. So, but we're gonna do movie night on Sunday. So don't forget to show up
Fight
for that.
Club.
Because Fight Club.
Don't
Because
tell
Fight
anybody.
Club.
We
But
don't
nobody talk about it.
No. But be there.
Yeah. But Tony is so nice. He's such a nice guy. He's fun to talk to. I can't imagine having to try to, like, IT stuff, like imagine trying to do it.
No.
It's like you try, like me messaging you at work, like the computer's making a weird sound, Dave. What do I do? And
Did you try
you're
turning
like,
it off and turn it back on again?
Yeah. Like, this is what came up on the screen, Dave. What's that mean?
It means you should probably turn it off and turn it back on again.
Because I do that. I'm like, this says I should download this. Should I download
Don't do
it? Wait, Karen. Oh my gosh, shut up. Wait.
No,
Okay.
she's not running. I think he might
was
be
like-
running against Angela McCardle.
Like Karen.
Is that her name?
Oh man.
Is Carolyn running again? I don't know.
Karen and is when I had COVID. I feel terrible because I was
But at least
so
I
not,
could carry that one.
You-
I did good.
You did a great job.
But yeah,
was not
we
feeling
try to
well
keep a
that
non-biased
day.
here because we have a lot of friends and we'll support everything that everybody's doing. We might have preferences, but we'll try not to point it out. You guys decide what you want to do.
Yeah, you make your own decision. You make your own choice. But I really feel like it'd be cool to like come together and is it just that they're
He had a good message.
they're like I don't know. It was really good though.
There's the
I'm
two
glad.
sides that hate each other, and it's like you don't want to work with
secretary again,
fuck you
okay.
guys. Yeah. Oh yeah, she was secretary.
Okay.
That's what she was. I liked her. She's a fucking nut. She's cool.
I really wish I was not feeling sick the night we interviewed her because like my ears were clogged and I was like I just don't feel right, and then like 2 days later I'm like, oh fuck, I have COVID. Okay, cool.
That's why.
Like, that's why I didn't feel right. Yeah. So Sunday night is Fight Club.
Yep.
Tuesday night is we're gonna do
Anarchy.
Anarchy.
On Twitch.
On Twitch, you guys can send in links of whatever.
And we're promoting all the
you
shit.
know.
We got Saturday night is Derek T is
Yes,
interviewing
tomorrow
Raja
night,
again,
right?
which is
Mhm.
gonna be something, man. If anytime Raja's on screen.
Oh, there's Dunmar. Yep.
And Monday night is me and Alan playing 7 Days to Die, which
Until
is
they- I
we
mean,
got quite
but
a
you die,
storyline going
though.
on.
Do you guys die a lot?
Yeah, we die all
right?
the time.
Okay,
It's
so-
fine.
About to get weird, and I gotta go.
No, we're taking off too, David.
We're also taking off. Thanks for being here, David Mattson.
Wednesday
Love you
is
so much.
Alan's main show. It's Too Late with Alan Mosley, where I try to be professional and usually fail, but That's where the fun comes in.
You're good, babe. You're good. You're good. Yeah. Yeah.
Thursday is our night off.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's probably doing
Oh,
something
I'm
somewhere that
glad.
we should
I'm glad you've
promote.
upgraded and you're doing better, or gooder.
Gooder? He's probably
You're
doing gooder.
He's good. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Craig.
And thank you guys for being here. All you guys that keep showing up every week and keep making us do this so that we can't
have a great
quit.
Day tomorrow.
Thank you, because we do enjoy it every time we do show up, even if we're scared beforehand. We're like, it's another fucking, and then we have another fucking night, and it's fucking awesome.
You know, it's just, I'm telling you what it is. It's getting through putting the kids to bed. That I'm just like, I'm going to be so exhausted. By the time I get there, I'm going to be so tired. But you know what? You chug a coffee, you put the kids to bed, you do a shot, you're good. Yeah. And you show up and your friends are here to hang out with you. It's so fun. I'm just so grateful and also blown away. I just thank you so much.
Yeah, I can't believe
really
you guys keep showing up.
It's very humbling. Like, oh my, I
Why
love
are
you
we
all.
a thing? Because we did it. I mean, all of you guys could probably be a thing if you just did it. We just kept doing it. It's weird.
Kept doing it.
Yeah.
Coming up on 4 years. That's weird.
You guys are weird.
Throw some Benadryl in the hot chocolate.
Well, tonight something, man. What did I do with them? They went to sleep. They didn't say shit. Is the monitor on?
It is on. Yeah, they talk to each other and stuff, but they didn't. Yeah. Oh, I should be checking my phone in case there was any messages coming through.
Yeah.
I don't think there were.
All right, let's say goodnight.
From David.
Let's say goodnight. Maybe
okay,
change sheets.
Yeah.
Do some fornicating.
Wait, what?
The cards play out.
Change sheets after.
Ah. See, that's why I married her.
Oh, thanks, Keith. You guys are awesome. We'll see you on Sunday, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday.
Sunday for a movie. Fight Club. Yeah. Oh. I want a Fight Club. Is there a mom's Fight Club?
Oh my gosh, you'd love to punch some people, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I don't want to hurt.
No,
only
but
consensual adults. Consensual adults.
Mary is way into consensual violence.
Yeah, only if it's okay. Like, if you are okay, like, let's fight. Like, I mean, I don't actually want to. Okay, I do want to fight, but like.
No, yeah.
UFC Mary's best Mary.
We've done some wrestling and.
It's fine.
Yeah, you're
it's
formidable.
So fun. Yeah.
Mary is a formidable opponent. This has gotten weird.
Okay.
All right, good night, guys.
Good night.
We'll see you Sunday.
Love you.
I don't like your T-Series. Nothing personal, kid. But I must go all out. Just this once. Bob's or Vagana, whichever will it be. Set the fuck down, T-Series, I'm here to spill the real tea. You tryna dethrone me from spot on number 1, but you India, you lose, so best think you haven't won. When I'm through with you, we're gonna be completely fucking done, cause we only just begun. I review you, 0 vibe is gone. So come on, T-Series, looking hungry for some drama. Here, let me serve you bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just crying for their mama. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. T-Series just with themselves in their pajamas. So who the hell is Bob and why you wanna kiss him? Ew. I'm a blue-eyed white dragon while you're just dark magician. You got a fifth of the population in your nation, but I got 90 rolls the world to hold your defecation. Oops, multipatlo, what the fuck is that even supposed to mean? Your language sounds like it come from a mumble rap community. No papa, yes papa, Johnny. Now download the sugar and let's throw this fucking party with some bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just crying for their mama. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. Look at T-Series, they just wet in their pajama. Bitch lasagna, bitch lasagna. T-Series ain't nothing but a bitch lasagna. You got a population of 1.32 billion, but most your videos can't seem to hit even a million. Support!
Magic potty, baby, your bottle's all done. It's potty training time, will be so much fun.
It's fun to help Magic Potty Baby learn to use her potty. Flush and you're ready for next time.
Magic Potty Baby, I'm so glad that you're mine.
Magic Potty Baby and her Magic Potty. No water, no mess. Batteries not included.